They do. What they do. Happy Sunday. What they do. Hold on one sec. Make sure we got everything together. Hold on. Back that up. Hold up. I say, hold up. Where's my phone? We in the building. Hold on a second. Let me. We almost there, goddamn. Hold on. I say, hold up. All right. What they do, man? We in the building, man. We in the building. So what they do, man? Yes, sir. You here on the realest motherfucking boxing channel? There is Box or Die with your host with the most, King David, in the motherfucking building, man. If you're new to the channel, make sure you hit that like button. Make sure you subscribe to the channel. Make sure you let peoples out there in the highways and the byways know we talk that shit. Let me see if anybody in the building right now, man. Hold on a second. Let me see if anybody's up in here. Oh shit, I'm in the wrong goddamn button. Here we go. Yes, sir. Terry Smooth Jr. in the building. What's going on with you? Terry Smooth say, let's get it. Yes, sir. You know we gonna get it. You know how it is. The facts guy in the building. What's going on, my guy? What's going on, facts guy? Shout out to you, boss. Yes, sir. We about to get things popping out here. You see what the title is. Y'all see what the title is, man. We're gonna talk some boxing today, man. So I'm late to the party on this one. I'm late as fuck to the party on this one, man. You know. But shit, better late than never, goddamn. You know what I mean? Better late than never, goddamn. I'm late to the party on this one, but better late than never. This is some real good news, some real positive news for the sport of boxing. Deontay Wilder has won his arbitration case, and with that said, the move has now become Wilder Fury 3. You know what I'm saying? Facts guy says, I'm doing good, man. How about you? Man, I'm doing good, man. You know, it's been kind of a rough week for me, man. You know what I mean? It's been kind of a rough week. I had a flat tire this week, man. You know, somebody broke my glass on my car earlier this week, too, man. I had all kind of shit happen to me this week, man. But, you know, but we here, man. Despite all that other bullshit, we here. We getting it in. We talking some boxing. You know what I'm saying? We here. You know what I'm saying? Some big news to discuss. Again, man, I'm late to the party, but better late than never. Deontay Wilder wins his arbitration case. And now in July, I believe the date is July 21st. I'm not 100% crystal clear on the date, but in July, we will be seeing Fury versus Wilder 3 or Wilder versus Fury 3, however the fuck you want to put it. You know? And it's about to go the fuck down, you know? It's about to go the fuck down. Facts, I said, man, I'm sorry about that. Yeah, man, that's just crazy, bro. Somebody broke my fucking glass. I had a flat tire, bro. All kind of shit happened to me this week, man. Shit was crazy, you know. But it's all good, man. I got me a little bottle of Jack Daniels, man, that helped me cope with the week. You know what I'm saying? I got me a little bottle of Jack Daniels that really helped out. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, but bad week, you know, that shit happens, that shit comes and goes. Next week gonna be a better week, you know what I'm saying? We're gonna take the L's this week and we're gonna keep it pushing. That's how that go. You know, no sweat off my back. You feel me? Facts guy says I'm excited about the Manny versus Earl. Yeah, man, I did a live about that. Manny and Earl. I did a live about that yesterday. Yesterday, man, right before the fight started. You know, that's gonna be a good one, man. You know. I know a lot of people think that Earl is going to dominate Manny Pacquiao, but I'm not so sure about that. Manny Pacquiao got a legitimate shot to beat Earl Spence, man. And I think there's a really good reason why Manny Pacquiao and Earl Spence is done, but Manny Pacquiao and Terrence Crawford fell through. I think there's a very finite reason why that happened. You know what I'm saying? The way that it happened. You know? I feel like there's a good reason. I feel like Manny Pacquiao saw something or sees something in Earl Spence that he can exploit, you know? thus the reason why this fight is done. And I feel like he didn't have the same amount of confidence for Terrence Crawford, which is the reason why he asked for $40 million. You know, if I'm going to be taking L's, I need to be compensated handsomely. You know, I don't think he's getting nowhere near $40 million for a Earl Spence fight. But you know, all that shit aside, back on point, back on Pismo. Deontay Wilder wins his arbitration case, man. The shit is a done deal, man. We're gonna get all the way to fuck into it, man. And you know, before we can really get down into it, man, I just want to say that I'm just grateful, man. I'm so fucking grateful. I'm so fucking grateful that all the fucking Fury, Joshua, fake news, bullshit, confirmed, fight is done, fight confirmed, all these fake ass dates and announcements. I'm so glad that shit is over with, man. I'm so glad that all these fake ass announcements are over with, man. I can't tell you how frustrating it was to click on YouTube and see another fight done, fight confirmed, terms agreed to. I can't tell you how frustrating that is as a boxing fan to constantly turn on YouTube and see that stupid ass shit, man. You know, don't nobody want to see that shit. I don't, you know, if the fight's not done, don't nobody want to see that shit. You know, so can we give thanks to the boxing gods first and foremost that shit is over with? Can we give thanks to the boxing gods that shit is over with at the very least? Because that shit was frustrating, man. Every fucking other day, we got a new announcement about a Fury Joshua done. Fury Joshua, terms agreed to. Fury Joshua fighting in Abu Dhabi. Fury Joshua. Fury says the fight is happening. Fury says he got a call from Prince and the fight is going down tomorrow. Fury said all this stupid shit. Anthony Joshua says the fight is done. He signed the contract yesterday, waiting on Fury. I'm so sick of that fucking news, bro. I'm so tired of that news. Can we thank the boxing gods that shit is over with? You know what I'm saying? That stupid ass shit. I am thankful that shit is over with, you know, but all that shit aside, man. I mean, the first thing on the agenda is we got to congratulate Deontay the Bronze Bomber Wilder on winning his arbitration case, man, because that took a lot of mental fortitude. That took a lot of mental strength. That took a lot of consistency and dedication and hard work on his part in order to see that whole thing through. We're talking about an ongoing process that went on for pretty much a year, man. When was Wilder Fury 2? That was like February of last year, or February of 2020 or some shit like that, right? Or February of what? Let me look on BoxRec, man. When the fuck was Wilder Fury? What was the date? I need to know that shit. I need to know when Wilder Fury was, man. When the fuck was that, bro? When the fuck was Wilder Fury? I need to find this shit out, bro, because this, you know, we need to have a full understanding of just how fucking long this shit was, bro. How fucking long this shit was. Hold on, bro. Okay, so the fight went on February of 2020, bro. February of 2020 is when he fought Deontay Wilder. Okay. We're in May of 2021. This shit has been going on a year and like 3 months. A year and 3 months this shit has been going on, and Deontay Wilder not only had to take the L, but had to fight, okay, for his opportunity to get back in the ring. But in addition to fight for his opportunity to get back in the ring, he had to fight the shadow of the L, you know what I'm saying? Because no matter what happened, he took the L, okay? Tyson Fury is a cheating piece of shit, but Deontay Wilder took the L, okay? And that's traumatizing, bro. That's traumatizing. No matter how you slice it, if somebody knocking you upside your head, that's gonna be traumatizing. There's gonna be a certain amount of fear that comes into play with that sort of thing, you know. So to overcome the trauma of losing for the first time too. So losing for the first time, the trauma of getting beat, you know what I'm saying, and then having to fight your way in the court system into a fight that you were supposed to get, that was contractually agreed to by both parties. You know what I'm saying? They have to do that shit, and then to have that shit go on a year and 3 months, bro. So during this time, you're not fighting, you're not doing nothing, no activity, none of that shit, bro. All this shit is going on, and the last memory you have is taking an L to this dude. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, can we just acknowledge the mental fortitude that comes along with it? Not only that, but Deontay Wilder, I'm sure they've been throwing money left and right at this dude, bro. I'm sure they've been throwing money left and right at this guy, offering him all kinds of money and all kinds of opportunities to step aside. You know, we hearing about how they offered him step aside money now. No, they've been offering Deontay Wilder step aside money. They've been telling him to drop the arbitration and step aside or whatever, and they'll pay him out or whatever to take the fight. They've been telling this man that, you know. They've been telling him that, and to go through that, to have somebody offering you free money and to put your principles above the few dollars, you know what I'm saying, and say, fuck that. Nah, I want the fight with Fury. I want the fight. Fuck that. I don't care if you throw $1 trillion at me. I'm trying to get back in the ring with this dude. To have the mental fortitude to be able to do that shit is fucking amazing. You know what I'm saying? You know? Yeah. Facts guy says Fury cheated with his gloves. Yes, he did, man. The man cheated. Not only did the man cheat with his gloves, I'm pretty sure the dude was on some sort of steroid. You know what I'm saying? Like, shit was just all wrong with that second fight, man. But you know what it is? You know, we're gonna talk about that shit. We're gonna talk about that shit because, you know, we need a full understanding of what the fuck is going on here. Tyson finna lose against Deontay. Yeah, man, he gonna take this ugly L. You know, he gonna take that ugly L. He gonna have to hold on to an L. You know, and he's gonna be the one that's gonna be looking to push for the fight. You know what I'm saying? So I'm wondering, you know, if Deontay is gonna extend the same energy that he got from Tyson Fury. If Tyson Fury gets knocked, first of all, if Tyson Fury, actually, I don't think Tyson Fury, if he gets knocked out, I don't think he's gonna want a fourth fight. First of all, but if he does want a fourth fight, and it's something that he wants to do, I wonder if Deontay is gonna be the type of dude that say, well, fuck this dude. You're not getting no other fight. I wonder if Deontay is gonna try to run like push that fight to the side, you know what I'm saying, and move on to bigger and better things, you know. I wonder if he's gonna do what Tyson did, you know, because he has every right to do that, to feel that way. But I wonder if that's what he's gonna do, because I really feel like it's gonna be a really nasty knockout that's gonna take place, you know. I really feel that way, man. But you know, all in all, man, you know, Deontay Wilder deserved that third fight. He deserved it, man. The terms were agreed to. Okay, these dudes had an agreement that a third fight was supposed to take place. You know, and that's all there is to it. You know, the fact that Tyson Fury tried to get out of that agreement says a lot about Tyson Fury's character. It says a lot about who Tyson Fury is as a person. You know, it says a lot. You know, so at the end of the day, man, you know, redemption is in order. You know what I'm saying? Redemption is in order at the end of the day. At the end of the day, Deontay Wilder is going to get his opportunity to get back in the ring with Tyson Fury. At the end of the day, Tyson Fury is going to have to see that man that he wronged in the ring. At the end of the day, these two guys are going to once again have to fight on equal footing. You know what I'm saying? No ifs, ands, or buts about it. Facts guy says Tyson has a glass chin, so he will lose because now Deontay is coming stronger and mentally becoming a killer. Absolutely. The dude's been mentally a killer, man. Actually, Deontay has been mentally a killer, you know, but I feel like he probably got a little complacent in his position, you know. I feel like he got a little complacent in his position, and as a result, he may have been a little, he may have been a little lackadaisical. You know what I'm saying? But I'm sure this situation has woken him up. Okay, I'm sure that this situation has made him look at the sport and look at life a lot differently. You know, so we're gonna see what happens. I don't know if I will say Tyson got a glass chin, man, but just like all heavyweights, man, all heavyweights can get knocked out. Everybody can get knocked out, bro. Nobody is immune to getting knocked out. Some people have a better resistance to it, but everybody can get knocked out, bro. Knockouts are equal opportunity. You know what I'm saying? There's no prejudice with knockouts. Anybody can get knocked out, And for anybody to tell you different, they lying to your motherfucking ass. My guy Mango Juice 07 is in the building. What's going on with your Mango Juice? Says salute King David, Bomb Squad. The Brahms Bomber is gonna destroy Cheetah Fury Hulk smash. Absolutely, man. Absolutely. I wonder, it's gonna be fun. I wonder what the narrative's gonna be like after he knocked that dude to smooth the fuck out. I wonder what they gonna change the narrative to, because there's always some sort of bullshit narrative that always creeping around and stuff like that. I wonder what they gonna change it to. You know what I'm saying? But we're gonna see, man. This is just exciting, the fact that he's getting this opportunity, man, because they really tried to avoid my guy for all of a year. Yo, like we really got to think about this shit. They really went out of their way. Okay. We talking about a year and fucking 2 and 3 months. They really put their careers on hold for a year and 3 months in order to avoid this Wilder fight, bro. A year and 3 months. Think about how much money you could have made in a year. Tyson Fury could have fought twice in a year and 3 months. And if he was really ambitious, 3 times in a year and 3 months. Tyson Fury spent millions of dollars on a legal team in order to avoid this fight. So you miss out on 2, possibly even 3 fights, okay, over the course of a year and 3 months, along with the expense of a legal team in order to avoid one fighter that, according to you, is a dosser and a bum, somebody who you can knock out. None of that shit makes sense. None of it makes sense at all. But you got people out there that defend this bullshit. But yet, and still, they still go out of there. They still call themselves boxing fans. I have no idea how. I have no idea why these people call themselves boxing fans. Complete and utter bullshit. You know what I'm saying? I just don't know who goes through all that fuck shit in order to avoid a fight that they claim is supposed to be an easy fight. And I make the same comparison for Canelo. It's the same thing with him and Andrade. Canelo calls Andrade a bum. He's a bum. He's a terrible fighter, but you go out of your way, you know what I'm saying, to avoid this terrible fighter. Why? You know what I'm saying? Mango Juice 07 says, of course they'll make up some BS trying to slither back into Wilder's good graces for airtime. Absolutely. That's exactly what they do. They be slithering and shit all through the motherfucking grass and all that. You know what I'm saying? Slithering, you know what I'm saying? But I kind of like Wilder, the way he handled himself, you know what I'm saying, where he only fuck with people that fuck with him. Wilder's one of them dudes where he only really fuck with people that fuck with him. Anybody else he ain't really rocking with like that. These dudes out here yelling bum squad and all this other fuck ass shit, he remembers that stuff. That's why dudes like 78 Sports TV, they get interviews, exclusive interviews with him, because he remembers the fuck shit, So salute to Wilder for that, man. But I mean, beyond that shit, man, Tyson Fury, man, at the end of the day, this whole year and 3 months has been a absolute L for Tyson Fury. It's been an absolute L for him and his team of con artists. It's stupid to me to think that a dude will go this far that would spend this much money, would give this much energy to avoid a fighter that you say is a bum. You know what I'm saying? So really all that bum shit is duck language at the end of the day. When we fucking pull the covers back, okay, when we get down deep down up in there, it's really all duck language. And that's all we be saying. Dudes try to deflect with this and that, and oh, he's a bad fighter, and oh, he ain't fought nobody, and all this and all that, and oh, he don't deserve this, and oh, he don't deserve that. But really, when you peel back all the layers, you really discover that it's all duck language at the end of the goddamn day. You know what I'm saying? That's all there really is to it. You know? And it's crazy to me too, man, how with Tyson Fury, you know, it's crazy to me that the fact that people defend him, but no matter how you slice it, when it comes to Tyson Fury, the dude is a consummate liar. The dude is a liar, but people still defend this dude who's a liar, a dude that's been caught lying multiple goddamn times. A dude that's been caught lying multiple goddamn times. How you get caught lying so much? But you still got a group of people that look to defend you. How? And it's no matter how you slice it. I mean, the dude is bad at lying. He's not even good at the shit. You know what I'm saying? He's not even okay at it. The dude is a bad liar. Lies constantly. You know what I'm saying? But dudes want to defend him, man. You know what I'm saying? You know, he lied to Wilder by not honoring his agreement. And then he lied to AJ and his fans by leading them to believe that the fight with AJ was going to happen when he knew in all reality that the fight wasn't going to happen. The dude made an announcement in front of the world that the fight was going to happen the day before arbitration ended. Where did they do that at? Who does that shit? Why would you even lie about that shit? I don't even get it. You know what I'm saying? I don't even get why you would lie about that. You know, but nevertheless, this is the same dude that these people defend. That said, bro, the truth always comes to light, man. The truth always comes to light. And I'm just really happy to see that Deontay Wilder has won the arbitration and he's getting this third fight with Tyson Fury as he deserves, you know, as he deserves. But you know what, man? You know what? Tyson Fury isn't the only person that deserves blame in this. He's not the only person that played a role in the fuckery that took place over the last year and 3 months. He's not the only person that took an L. He's not the only person that lost throughout this entire process. Okay? First of all, I just want to say that everybody lost. And when I say everybody, I mean Wilder. I mean, at least Wilder has a win as far as the arbitration is concerned. But the L's are distributed because during this time, all these dudes could have fought at least 2 and 3 times. Wilder could have fought 2 and 3 times. Fury could have fought 2 and 3 times. But also, AJ could have fought 2 and 3 times. You know, AJ ain't innocent. AJ ain't innocent by no means. AJ ain't innocent at all. AJ instigated this whole situation just as much as Tyson Fury instigated this situation. And that's what motherfuckers ain't talking about. That's what motherfuckers ain't acknowledging, the fact that AJ played just as big a role in this whole bullshit fucking thing as Tyson Fury did. AJ and Eddie Hearn. These dudes teamed up with Tyson Fury, okay, in order to do some slick shit. In order to fuck Deontay Wilder out of his third fight. These dudes perpetuated the problem. Because if they were really stand-up businessmen, they would have told Tyson Fury, you need to fucking fight Wilder, and then when you beat Wilder, we will fight afterwards. You need to take care of the business that you have in front of you, Okay, and then when you're done, then we can fight. But no, not only did they not do that, not only did they not do that, but they incentivized Tyson Fury to indeed attempt to go around Wilder Fury 3. They incentivized Fury to go around their agreed upon third fight with Wilder, with Deontay Wilder. So AJ and Eddie Hearn, y'all need to hold this L just as much as Tyson Fury needs to hold this L as far as the situation was concerned. You dudes conspired against Deontay Wilder in order to prevent him from getting that third fight in fear that it would mess up your plans. But that's not how you handle business. And then looking at this situation logically, it's simply just not a situation, if you're Anthony Joshua, if you're Eddie Hearn, that you're going to risk. Why shelve yourself for years in order to avoid a fight, or in order to help somebody avoid a fight? But actually, I'm not wrong. And also to avoid a fight. Because really the only reason why you do this is to avoid a fight with Deontay Wilder yourself, Anthony Joshua. Because if you had no problem fighting the winner of Fury Wilder, you would have had no issue with letting the third fight go on and then fighting the winner of the fight after they're both finished. You would have had no problem with doing it. But clearly your preference is to get in the ring with Tyson Fury in hopes to avoid Deontay Wilder for whatever reason. Okay, and you can spin that story no matter, you can spin that story any way you want to spin that story. But at the end of the day, AJ pushed the fight with Tyson Fury in order to avoid Deontay Wilder. Because why else would you go so hard to make a fight with a guy who you know good and well is still obligated to a third fight? Why else would you do that if you have no issues with fighting the winner of that fight, of that situation? Why else would you do that? Why else would you go so hard? Why else would you put your career on hold? Why else would you wait a year and 3 months? Why else would you give somebody a 50-50 split who barely has a fan base? Why else would you do these things? If not to avoid a possible confrontation with Deontay Wilder should he be the winner of the fight. So this is what I mean. But here's the thing. Here's the thing on top of that. AJ was fully aware of the arbitration. He was fully aware of the ramifications of what could happen should the arbitration go through. At the end of the day, AJ took a gamble. AJ gambled and lost. That's really what it came down to. That's really what it came down to. I don't believe for 1 second that AJ and Eddie Hearn were completely ignorant about the arbitration in the arbitration process. Listen, anybody who does business in general, I told you dudes before in the past, I'm a real estate agent. Anybody who does business, you know that by you don't do business with any entity that is in the middle of litigation, because it's high risk. There's a chance that the result of the litigation can overturn the entire business transaction. There's a chance that the result of the litigation can overturn the entire business transaction. Couple that with the fact that litigations take years, as we saw. Litigations take years sometimes, as we saw. But you just don't do business with anybody who's involved in litigation. It's high risk. It doesn't make sense. So why would AJ knowingly do business with someone he knows is involved in litigation Why would anyone do that? Not just AJ. Why would anybody do that? The only way anyone would do that is if they felt like the litigation, if they felt like the reward outweighed the risk, if they felt like they were going to benefit or they were going to superbly benefit from the result of, you know, whatever the gain was, that the gamble was worth the bet, really. No one would do business with somebody involved in litigation if they didn't feel like the gamble, the gamble was going to outweigh the bet. Nobody would do that. You know what I'm saying? So AJ ain't innocent. AJ ain't innocent in none of this. I don't feel bad for him at all. And then at the same time, AJ knew Tyson Fury cheated. Let me see if I can find this damn video. Hold on a second. Y'all bear with me, goddamn. Hold on a second. Mango Do 07 said Wilder is such a phenom. It's easy to throw shade and hold him to a stringent standard as all the other American greatest endured. Absolutely. You know, they wait for dudes to die and then give them the credit that they supposed to get. That's how these dudes get down. And then they praise Tyson Fury for cheating his way through a second fight. You know what I'm saying? These dudes want to pretend like a double standard doesn't exist. They want to pretend like it don't exist. But we know better. We know better by a long shot. Let's find this thing on here, man. If we can find this motherfucker, man.
Yo, bro, yeah, these gloves are fucked up. I'm going home. Like, no, what are you talking about? You're speaking rubbish. You think we tamper with gloves? And then in my head, I'm like, fuck it, just tell them. Like, you guys fuck with these fucking gloves because ain't no way in hell I put on gloves all my life. Like, I've been boxing for 10 years. I haven't even been boxing for as long as Tyson Fury's been boxing, but I know if I put on a pair of gloves that are flip-floppy, I know when I put on a pair of gloves that are fucked up because I know when I need to buy a new pair of gloves when basically they're fucked up. And so these gloves had no padding in them, and I was like, you guys took out the padding. There was literally, like, I took the laces, the pro locks, I opened them all the way up, and I saw there was like a slit inside there, and then you could put your whole hand in there, and then there was like a little pocket in there. And then I went to the another green gloves inside there, the gloves that Isaac Lowe was using. I dumped these gloves out and an egg weight fell out the motherfucker. I didn't even know what an egg weight was at the time. I like saw this. I was like, dude, what the fuck is this?
So how motherfuckers act like they don't remember this shit, bro? Like, seriously? Seriously? Dudes want to act like they don't remember this shit, bro? Let's keep this going, though.
This, bro. I was like, what is these niggas do? Like, bro, I was like, dude, it was like an egg weight with like, it was wrapped in like rubber so you could like slide your fingers in it or whatever. I was like, dude, what? I never seen none. I was like, dude, this is illegal. So I was like, bro, what is this? And they were like, damn. Like Brian Phillips and all everybody, they just start laughing. They're like, I can't believe this. And then
it's official. Tyson Fury is the cheater of the century. I mean, the man,
oh yeah,
you know, yeah. We know the gloves was clearly tampered with, but now we got to worry about if there's metal in the glove, if there's an object in the glove. Because one thing for sure, you do not gain power overnight. Obviously, you spar Tyson Fury on more than one occasion. And all of a sudden, he just gains power out of nowhere. You spar him daily, you know how his power feels. And one day, one night, you feel all that pain, like there was something in the glove. Forget the glove being tampered with. It felt like there was an object in the glove.
All right, so that wasn't exactly the video that I want, but you see that, man. Dudes want to act like they don't remember that shit. Like, you got a whole dudes coming out saying that he found an egg weight in your goddamn gloves you using to spar. Like, y'all don't remember this shit? But hold on, bro. Let me find a video because I want to find a video where he was talking about how he knew, how AJ knew about the the cheating going on. Like, he was fully aware of it. You know what I'm saying? Hold on. See if I can find that motherfucker, man. Hold on, y'all. Bear with your boy. Let's read some of these goddamn comments real quick. Hold on a second. Terry Smooth Jr. says in the building, says, see, the American mainstream media is going to campaign to destroy former American heavyweight champion. Absolutely, man. The media atmosphere makes no sense. One loss and all they want to do is do well with Wilder, but AJ lose and they want to act like they want him to be undisputed. It's sick. Absolutely, man. You know, these dudes, they go out of their way. They go out of their way to arrange a smear campaign for certain people. You know what I'm saying? And of course, the certain people that they want to arrange a smear campaign for are the people that don't just go along to get along. The people that say shit that they don't like them to say, that do things that they don't like them to do. You know, it's easier for AJ to be undisputed than it is for Deontay Wilder. That's really what it comes down to. It's easier for AJ to be the face of boxing than it is for Deontay Wilder to be the face of boxing for mainstream media. To have a dude saying that he's black and he's proud, for a dude to rep his culture, rep his people, you know what I'm saying? Rather than a dude with a British accent who don't really talk too much about politics. You know, this is what it is. Mango Juice says, Operation Sabotage is a full court press. Absolutely, man. Those are facts right there, Mango. There's no such thing as Black American. We are not treated as other Americans. Absolutely. you got dudes out here that go out here and say that they are American. They don't call themselves Black American. They say they are American. I'm American. Okay. You're not treated like no American. I mean, I guess you can call yourself an American. I guess you could call yourself that, but really it's wishful thinking. Really. Terry Smooth Jr. says Lawrence Oakey had called because he was in the same camp as Nicholas. Absolutely. He was in the same camp as Nicholas. Yeah, man. I'm trying to find that video, Terry, man. I'm trying to find that video. You know, I can't find it right now, but fuck it. We're going to keep it pushing. We're going to keep it pushing, man, because dudes want to act like they don't remember that shit. Dudes want to act like they don't remember AJ was fully aware of the cheating. So, I feel like AJ has a healthy share of blame in this whole situation. AJ perpetuated this situation. AJ was fully aware of arbitration. AJ was fully aware Tyson Fury was cheating. AJ was fully aware of everything that was going on. But yet and still, AJ pushed for this Fury fight. But why would you do that? Because you're going to get paid in a fight with Deontay Wilder. Deontay Wilder is going to pay you. So you're going to make money. You're the one with the bigger fan base. You know what I'm saying? So it's not like you need a Fury or a Wilder fan base because you probably got the bigger fan base out of the two. As a matter of fact, Wilder has a bigger fan base, so you stand to gain a bigger fan base by fighting Wilder than you would for fighting Fury. So why go out of your way to try to make a fight with Tyson Fury, knowing he's contractually obligated to a third fight, unless you didn't feel confident enough that you could actually beat Deontay Wilder, unless you don't feel confident enough that you can make that fight happen. You know what I'm saying? Terry Smooth says AJ was fully aware but wanted to have a scapegoat in case talks did not manifest. Very interesting. Fully aware. You know? Fact is, man, AJ took a huge gamble. Fury looks bad now. He looks horrible now. Looks like an idiot. But people are still going to try to defend him. That's the thing. And these fanboys that come up here trying to defend him, we gotta, all of them need to go in the trash. We need to torch these motherfuckers that come up here talking all that bull ass shit. You know, trying to defend Tyson Fury and his cheating ways and all the lies and everything that he's done. You defending the dude that lied and said he was going to fight Deontay Wilder in the third fight and try to back out of it. You're defending a dude that lied to AJ and Eddie Hearn and told him everything was okay with the Wilder Fury fight and told him, the AJ Fury fight, told him that everything was going to happen as planned, and that announced the fight a day before arbitration hearing. You defend a guy who has people saying that he's removed gloves and removed padding in sparring. You're defending a dude who people say tested positive, who threatened the old man and Martin Carefoot. You know what I'm saying? Who threatened the old man and Martin Carefoot so he wouldn't testify. A dude who can't fight in the UK because he's banned. He can't get licensed with the commission over in the UK for testing positive. You defending a dude who has a mob boss promoter with MTK Global. You defending this dude. I don't even get why these dudes even try. You know what I'm saying? Fury looks horrible. 100% horrible. You know? It's crazy to me. Why would AJ risk it with this dude? You know? Terry Smooth says the American media will never bring up Tyson Fury's past. Absolutely. I wonder why not. But racism doesn't exist, right? That's what a lot of these dudes want to tell you. Because we know if Tyson Fury was a black man, his past would be all over the internet. His past would be talked about every day. His past would be brought up in every other conversation about boxing. If Tyson Fury was a black dude, you know what I'm saying? Dudes want to act like they don't remember shit. When it come to Tyson Fury, when it come to Canelo Alvarez testing positive for clenbuterol, dudes want to act like they don't remember it. We bring up clenbuterol to a Canelo fan, they just skirt past it. They just act like they never heard the shit. They just act like they never heard the shit. When you bring up clenbuterol to a Canelo Alvarez fan. Hey, Canelo fanboy, what about clenbuterol and Canelo? Yeah, man. But, Andrade hasn't fought nobody. What the fuck? I'm talking about clenbuterol. You know what I'm saying? These dudes ain't got no answers out here. They try to hide their racism. They try to hide their biased natures. They try to hide all these things, but we know what the fuck it is at the end of the day. We know what it is with Tyson Fury avoiding a fight for a year and 3 months after he signed a contract stating that he's supposed to do something and then doing something completely different or trying to do something completely different. Who would spend millions of dollars? Who will waste a year and 3 months? So 2 possible fights during that time span, maybe even 3 possible fights. Who would cancel a fight? Because Tyson Fury had a fight in December. Tyson Fury had a fight in December and had to cancel the fight. Who would miss out on all that money for a fight that they know they can win against a dosser, according to Tyson Fury? Is what the fuck I'm trying to figure out. You know, so I mean, you know. But yeah, we back on AJ neck, man. We back on AJ neck for a minute, man. Because a lot of people ain't acknowledging the AJ thing. A lot of people talk they shit about Tyson Fury, as they should. As they should. Terry Smooth says the contract expired. Laughing. Yeah, man. The contract expired in the middle of COVID. Come on, man. But you know, these dudes, man, they, you know, back on AJ neck, I mean. Back on AJ neck. Because AJ perpetuated this whole situation just as much as Tyson Fury. AJ conspired with Fury in order to prevent the third fight from happening, knowing full and well that Tyson Fury was obligated to that third fight. And here's the thing that people aren't talking about. If AJ would have beaten Deontay Wilder, I mean, sorry, not Deontay Wilder. If AJ would have beaten Tyson Fury, nobody would have been calling for a Wilder fight. Nobody would have been telling him he needed to fight Deontay Wilder. The dude probably would have retired and rode off into the sunset before, or Deontay Wilder probably would have been 39, 40 years old before the chance came again where he could fight Anthony Joshua. Nobody's talking about the fact that nobody would have been calling for an AJ Wilder fight should AJ had fought and beaten Tyson Fury. Nobody's talking about the fact that we probably would have had to sit through 2 to maybe 3 Fury AJ fights while Deontay Wilder was waiting in the background for all that shit to unfold. Nobody talking about that. But yeah, dudes want to be mad at Deontay Wilder for putting his foot down and making sure that he got the fight that he was contractually obligated to fight. Miss me with all that bullshit. That's why this fight couldn't happen. That's why a Wilder prevented the fight. And these dudes know. These dudes know. They know full and goddamn well exactly why Wilder did what the fuck he did. Dudes out here in the news crying about how Wilder should take the step aside money and allow the Fury AJ fight to go through. Miss me with all that bullshit. Miss me with all that bullshit. And for all you dudes that rep Undisputed, for all you Undisputed, because you know you got real boxing fans out there, but you know, you got real boxing fans out there, but they're so fixated on the idea of Undisputed, which I'm all Undisputed as well. I'm 100%. I'm that Undisputed dude as well. I want to see Undisputed, but I need to see Undisputed under positive circumstances. I'm not looking to see Undisputed at any cost. I'm not looking to see Undisputed with a whole bunch of asterisks and question marks attached to it. I'm not looking to see it at that point. It's meaningless because the purpose of Undisputed is to determine who the best in the world is. Okay, and if there are all kind of asterisks and question marks behind certain things that you've done, then that means that you're more than likely you're not the best in the world. So what the fuck is the point in you having Undisputed? It's meaningless. It's pointless. Who gives a fuck? It makes no sense. It's meaningless. But people who support Undisputed get behind the idea of a Fury AJ fight. But you have no problem knowing that Tyson Fury cheated his way through a Deontay Wilder fight. And then when you talk to these people, when you say, man, Fury cheated, they say, well, how come you ain't provide no evidence? Okay. How come he ain't provide no evidence? Well, evidence helps you win in court. But as far as your understanding of how boxing goes, as far as your understanding of what you saw in the fight, do you feel like that fight deemed Tyson Fury a better fighter than Deontay Wilder. And we're going to talk about that. You know what I'm saying? We're going to talk about that. But back to AJ for a second, man. Back to AJ. Because here go the thing, man, with AJ. And I said this in a video that I did a while ago, man, with AJ. If AJ was smart, AJ would have tried to fight Wilder. AJ would have tried to fight Wilder after his loss to Tyson Fury. AJ probably would have beat Wilder at that point, coming off of that loss. And he probably could have fought Tyson Fury without no issues if he was smart. But again, AJ tried to get over. AJ tried to conspire. AJ tried to do little things in order to prevent the Wilder 3 fight from happening. And that goes to show you that AJ had a preference in fighting Tyson Fury as opposed to Deontay Wilder. And you can have a preference, but clearly, not only did you have a preference, but it was by any means necessary with AJ, to the point where he was willing to risk a year and 3 months of his career, millions of dollars invested into a Tyson Fury fight, only to come up a flop. And he knew what the risks were. So that said, Wilder and Fury is almost done. And it's a whole new ball game, y'all. It's a whole new ball game out here, man. Tyson Fury is not going to be able to cheat. Tyson Fury is not going to have the advantages that he had in the second fight because dudes are hip now. Dudes are looking out now. Dudes are on full alert now. Dudes are paying attention more closely now. Dudes are hip. Fury's not going to be able to cheat in this fight. The Tyson Fury that had, let's look at how many knockouts Tyson Fury had prior. Tyson Fury's record is 30 with 21 knockouts, 30 wins, 0 losses, 21 knockouts. So that's a dude who has a 67% knockout ratio. Somehow coming up with the power to be able to stop a dude that's never been stopped before. But again, the advantages that he had in that second fight, it's not going to translate unto this third fight. It's simply not. You know? And this fight becomes a 50-50 fight at this point. This fight, once again, is a 50-50 fight, because if you take away this mysterious power that Tyson Fury mysteriously got before the second fight, if you take away the mysterious power, we're looking at a fight. We're looking at a completely different fight. We're looking at a completely different fight, a 50-50 fight. The fight goes 12 rounds. Fury possibly wins a unanimous decision, but he has to survive the punching power of a Deontay Wilder for 12 rounds. Is he going to be able to do that? Is he going to be able to do that? Chances are he's not. And you know what else I can't stand too, man? It's a lot of dudes out here that want to talk all this smack about how Fury's a better boxer and all this shit, and Fury's a better boxer, Fury's this, Fury's that. Fury's a better boxer than Wilder, and you know. And to me, all that is some weirdo talk, because to me, heavyweights can't really box. We're not talking about Tyson Fury, who's the heavyweight version of Floyd Mayweather, We're not talking about some slick dude who's able to outbox the shit out of everybody. We're talking about a dude with pretty average boxing skills in comparison to actual boxers like Mayweather and dudes like Lara and dudes who are really technically good. We're talking about a clunky 6'9" heavyweight who uses a shitload of feints and who barely does things right. And in some cases does things completely wrong. Tyson Fury keeps his head down real low. Okay. Tyson Fury, his feet are real slow. He throws punches real slow. We're not talking about some slick master boxer. That's not what we're talking about here. But dudes want to make it seem like Tyson Fury, this is the heavyweight division where anybody can get knocked the fuck out. This is the heavyweight division where you can be a Deontay Wilder and be not a great boxer and still make it all the way to the heavyweight championship of the world. We're not talking about a welterweight. We're talking about heavyweights. Heavyweights can't fucking box. You know what I'm saying? But here's what I'm about to do, man. I'm about to drop this link on y'all, bro. Anybody who trying to come through. Come on, come through in the building, man. Let me see here. Okay, I just dropped the link, man. Anybody want to come through, come through. We still out here. I'm gonna be on here for a little bit longer, you know what I'm saying? But while I'm on here, let's go through some shit. Let's look at Wilder Fury 2.
On June 16th.
So we was watching the fight, man. You know what I'm saying?
This bout is sanctioned by the WBC, the President Mauricio Suleiman, along with the Nevada State Athletic Commission Chairman Anthony Marnell III. Judges at ringside, Glenn Feldman, Dave Moretti, and Steve Weisfeld. All right, fans, here we go with a bout you've all been waiting for. 12 rounds of boxing for the WBC and Lineal Heavyweight Championship of the World. And now, ladies and gentlemen in attendance and boxing fans joining us around the world, live from the MGM Grand in Las Vegas, it's time for the main event of the evening. Introducing to you first the WBC title holder in the blue corner, standing at 6 feet 7 inches, wearing black trunks, proudly representing Tuscaloosa,
It's funny how you hear people booing, but they in the United States though. And Tyson Fury from overseas, like what? Like it's amazing. You know what I'm saying? It's amazing. Terry Smooth says AJ dug Wilder on multiple occasions. Mainly, they did not want Wilder to have no rematch clause in the contract. Of course not. Of course not. But let's keep watching this fight, man. We're gonna watch this goddamn fight. We're gonna break this bitch down.
Alabama, USA. He weighed in at 231 pounds. The U.S. Olympic bronze medalist who is undefeated in his campaign in the professional ranks with a tremendous record of 42 wins, no losses, 1 draw, with 41 big wins coming by way of knockout. Here is the acclaimed knockout artist, tonight making the 11th defense of his title. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome the undefeated, hard-hitting, reigning and defending WBC heavyweight champion of the world, introducing the bronze bomber, Deontay Wilder.
Hey, check this out.
Hey, Adam, 3 questions for you.
Yo.
What did you make before coming here?
Punk ass goddamn ads.
His battle-ready, distinguished opponent across the ring, fighting out of the blue corner, standing at 6 feet 9 inches, wearing black trunks with gold trim, hailing from Manchester, England. He weighed in at 273 pounds. He is also undefeated.
Immediately, the crowd like a dude from Manchester, England, over a dude who is from the U.S. You know what I'm saying? Like, okay.
In his campaign with a record of 29 wins, no losses, 1 draw with 20 wins coming by way of knockout. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome the former unified world champion and the undefeated boxing sensation, currently recognized as the reigning and defending lineal heavyweight champion of the world, introducing the Gypsy King, Tyson. And we introduce our referee in charge, now to give instructions, Kenny Bayless.
Okay, gentlemen. Chunks are just a tad high, but on the upper half is okay. Now, gentlemen, we went over the rules in the dressing room. Again, I want to caution you to keep this fight clean at all times, protect yourself at all times, and when I say you must obey. Good luck and touch them up. All right.
The heavyweight championship of the world is on the line. The rematch between Deontay Wilder and Tyson Fury. Both men are undefeated. Both men want to further their legacy. Both men have that opportunity here tonight.
It doesn't get much better than this. 12 rounds of action scheduled in the heavyweight division.
I'm not about to watch this whole fight, but shit, I just want to see a few rounds of this motherfucker, man.
Number 1 and number 2.
Even then, when you look at his face, he look like he blinking a lot. You know what I'm saying? Lots of like blinking. He look real unstable and unsure of himself. Now, maybe you could attribute that to the pressure that Tyson Fury's putting on him, maybe that took him off guard. Maybe a lot of people are gonna say some shit like that, but even at the beginning of this fight, looks very unsure. How low Fury keep his hands? He keep his hands super low. Super, super low, man. You know what I'm saying? I don't see nothing with Fury that Wilder can't beat. You know, there's nothing that he does that's special at all. Barely moving his head. I mean, where are these huge boxing skills that all these people are talking about? Like, where I don't get it. He's not doing nothing special here. He's pressuring Wilder, but that's about it. Hands real low, throwing one punch at a time. He landed a jab. Good job. Look at Wilder. Look how unstable he looked. I'm about to watch this whole fight, but shit, I just want to